for health care.
Obamacare's goal is to give affordable health insurance for all Americans. Obamacare does not replace private insurance, Medicare, or Medicaid. Affordable health coverage means Americans pay what they can. By 2019, 7 million people below the poverty line will be eligible for Medicaid.
Mitt Romney would end guaranteed benefits and from Medicare into a voucher program, which could cost seniors more than $6,000 more each year. Which kind of senior would want to pay $6,000 more each year? Mitt Romney would let employers, insurance companies, and limit women's health choices. And I think women should have their own decision to. Mitt Romney would go back to the days when insurance companies made their own rules and families had fair choices. Do you want Romney to move America backwards or forward?
I want to help the seniors with their health care plan. I opposed on the Republican side with Governor Romney's about turning off the Medicare for seniors. Governor Romney is saying that the economy's budget is going down, so why doesn't he raise the tax for the poor?
Team Obama, I have to stop you there. I'm sorry.
One last question.
I'm sorry. I have to stop. I have to stop. Response from Team Romney on health care. I have to stop you. I have to stop you. I appreciate your passion. I have to stop. Team Romney, you're up.
What you were saying about healthcare. See, Obamacare, I mean, for some people it may have worked, but the thing is, it's forcing people to get healthcare that can't afford it. So, and it's unconstitutional. We have the rights to decide what we would like for healthcare, and they're not allowing that. So anyways, but that is healthcare. Obamacare hasn't been very successful, which we'll hear in these statements.
Exactly. President Obama's Obamacare is actually taking money from Medicare to pay for it. And President Obama's Obamacare is actually forcing America to buy their insurance for people who might not be able to afford it. And if they do not pay for it, they are penalty. Me, Mitt Romney, being given a chance to become a governor, has been given a chance to sit down with the people, and learn what their needs are. My healthcare plan gives each individual state the opportunity to adjust their own healthcare plan that fits their own citizens.
Well, okay, well, Obamacare was unpopular when passed and remains unpopular today because the American people recognize that the government takeover is the wrong approach. While Obamacare may create a new health insurance entitlement, if Romney campaign elected, will issue an executive order that paves the way for the federal government to issue Obamacare waivers to all 50 states. He will then work with Congress to repeal the full legislation as quickly as possible.
The Romney Group believes that the structure of healthcare at this moment is just putting the focus of government funds. And instead of building on the code which has been refined for the 19th century, we should rewrite the code for the 21st century. Because America needs to change to grow, and a newly refined code will set us up for a better future, and the money will, this way, go back into the economy and rebuild the community so America can get back up on its feet.
Romney's health plan, we think, will make everyone happier. Come on.
have to have a fair debate here. Last question comes from the Ginkgo Room, and it is Meredith Parks dealing with social issues, and this question is addressed to Team Romney. So here you go.
How much do you feel government should be involved in decisions that affect individual rights?
Well, the government should be involved somewhat in people's rights in America with things involving such as immigrants. Immigrants is a really big deal, like my buddy Cedric is about to say in a second. But we would like to really use and implement the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence in this, showing that people do have rights and that they should be in charge of their own lives. Power to the people. Republicans.
Immigration. We in the Romney Group believe that America is a country made of immigrants. We all got here somehow, whether it be from the Mayflower or just traveling people. The things we do, the foods we eat, all came from other countries. We believe that legal immigrants are great. We want to make the legal system for getting into this country more streamlined, clearer. We believe, like Romney said, you shouldn't have to hire a lawyer to understand how to get into this country legally. Another strong point we believe in is stopping illegal immigration. There are 4 million people waiting to get here legally, and illegal immigrants take their place. Therefore, we won't stand for it.
Okay, we'll take a response from Team Obama, and then I'll finish off with questions for this afternoon.
I support a path to legalization for legal immigrants that includes learning English and paying fees. Romney would make English the official language of the U.S. and turn off the magnets like tuition breaks or other breaks that draw people into this country illegally. One of my friends in this audience has a family member that went to a different country this summer, and they had to learn a different language. With Romney's plan, that wouldn't be possible because English would be the only language.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with Romney's plan because they really don't care about people's rights. For example, women's rights. They really don't want women to control the way they want. They really want to control the way that. Romney wants to really control people, but he doesn't want them to have rights. For example,
I understand the difficulty that immigrants face. That's why I propose a new rule to keep families together by allowing undocumented spouses and children of the United States citizens to stay in this country while they begin the legal immigration process. They were found at a job with no citizenship in the United States. They would have to pay a fine and be sent home until they have a U.S. citizenship.
Using its own authority under the existing law, my administration took action to lift the shadow of deportation from young individuals who came to the U.S. as children through no fault of their own, so they can continue their education or apply for work authorization.
I, President Obama, is putting an end to health insurance company practice of charging women more than men for the same coverage. Mitt Romney, on the other hand, would let employers, insurance companies, and politicians limit women's health choices.
Okay, stay right up there. Anthony, stay right up there. Team Obama, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds for your closing statement based on the coin toss.
Act to help women fight back against AIDS discrimination.
1 minute and 30 seconds, starting right now.
I want to thank Governor Romney for an excellent debate. 4 years ago, we were going through a major crisis, and yet my faith and confidence in the future of America remains stronger than ever. Don't just take my word for it. A company in Minnesota had executives that were willing to give up salaries and perks for their executives to protect workers from being laid off. These efforts during an economic decline shows tremendous strength in our nation. For the next 4 years, better education, developing American energy, and making sure that companies that are shipping products do not receive loopholes. I promised I would fight back every day. I have kept that promise, and if you vote for me, I promise I'll fight back just as hard.
Thank you, Team Obama. And now, Team Romney, 1 minute and 30 seconds for your closing statements.
All right, so, as you've heard, I just want to clear something up real quick. We are not against women's rights. We just stated a little bit ago that we were for people's rights. We are the Republicans after all, so I don't know where they're getting that from. But anyways, as you may have heard throughout this debate, there have been many instances where Obama has failed, such as the situation in Benghazi, where he shot the missiles that missed and added to the deficit, and then the $716 billion he took out of Medicare, which is what he was promoting 2 seconds ago, which is confusing as well. And the incident where he hasn't even completely verified that he is a US citizen because he doesn't have a full birth certificate. So my question is, if somebody's made this many mistakes, why would we choose him again for president? See, us in the Romney campaign, we have a plan, a solid, hardcore plan of how we're going to fix America. And Kennedy is going to tell us that now.
Our 5-point plan is to have energy independence for this continent by 2012. This is not dependent on other countries for energy. Once the deficit is better then focus on energy efficiency. This will also create millions of jobs in America.
Okay, I want to just congratulate both teams, Team Obama and Team Romney, on a great debate. I would like to thank all the 6th graders for coming to the debate. And moderators, thank you. And I do want to make one announcement. Based on this debate, on Tuesday, we are going to have an election, an FCMA 6th, 7th, and 8th grade election, and we invite all of the 6th graders as well as 7th graders and 8th graders to vote on Tuesday, November 6th. Thank you very much. We're going to go over our notes and we'll reveal a winner in